roll off Mello TV Sports with some cricket news as Jamaican West Indies superstar Christopher Henry Gale is among the prominent foreigners who are available for the draft in the Pakistan Super League. Gale is a part of the 25-man platinum roster of overseas players ahead of the draft in Lahore on Sunday. Each of the 6 teams are only allowed 8 retention from last season in their squad, but with some of the stars from abroad only available for parts of the competition, key trades are to be made in the next few days. West Indian legend Gale is no stranger to the PSL, having represented the Karachi Kings and the Lahore Qalandars. He is one of a number of West Indian players on the platinum list, along with Dwayne DJ Bravo, Carlos Brathwaite, Lendl Simmons, and Evan Lewis. Carl Jamieson took his second 5-wicket haul of the match as New Zealand defeated Pakistan by an innings and 176 runs in the second test today to take the sweep and the series 2-0 and go atop the World Test rankings for the very first time. The young pacer Jamieson took 6 for 48 to add to his 5 for 69 from the first innings as the Black Caps dismissed the tourists for 186 to seal an 8th straight home test series triumph with victory inside 4 days at the Hagley Oval. The win also pushed the Black Caps firmly into contention for one of 2 berths in June's inaugural World Test Championship final at Lord's. Along with player of the match Jamieson's bowling, the win was built around the 238 the skipper Kane Williamson scored in New Zealand's only innings, which enabled the hosts to declare on 659 for 6. Victory sees New Zealand remaining unbeaten at home since being beaten by South Africa in 2016-17. Final scores of the Test series: Pakistan 297 and 186, New Zealand 659 for 6. Declared. We kick it over to football news now as Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has been ranked as the most valuable footballer in Europe's major leagues by research group CIES Football Observatory. The biannual list of the Big 5 league players with the greatest transfer values factors in age and contract length. Rashford's estimated value is £150.1 million, given the 23-year-old England international has more than 2 years remaining on his current contract, plus the option of a further year. Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold at £137.4 million is third behind young Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Braut Haaland, £137.8 million, while Rashford's teammate Bruno Fernandes is fourth at £136.9 million. Kylian Mbappe at £135.4 million previously headed the list, but with 18 months left on his current deal, the Paris Saint-Germain striker's estimated value has seen him drop to 5th. England trio Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling, and Bukayo Saka have all been deemed to have values of over £100 million. Now to end tonight's sports package, we present you with Sports Spotlight. In tonight's Sports Spotlight, I want to talk about the leaked conversation between Damian Lowe, a defender of the Reggae Boys, and executives of the JFF. Now, the conversation that occurred was that of payments that would have been made to players for the 2 matches they played against Saudi Arabia that occurred in the Middle East a couple months ago. The back and forth conversation really put some questions in my head. Can the players trust the JFF? The initial amount that was offered, should it have been acceptable for the players in the beginning? Obviously, Damian and the other players didn't think so, and Damian offered a new figure to which the JFF offered a figure again of their own. But there was a certain statement that was made in this back and forth conversation that really rubbed me the wrong way. And that was one of the execs that made this statement. And the statement was, and I quote, "And a party shop me a run," end quote. Those statements, do you really want to make it and think that the players will trust you? Jamaica Football Federation. Do better. This has been Sports Spotlight. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. I'm Christopher Scott. Remember, stay safe and pleasant viewing.